Okay, just be mindful of time. I'm going to get started. Everything that I'm saying, I will throw into the chat as well, because I know that folks will be filtering in the next minute or so. So welcome to the Seattle Area Independent Schools Virtual College Fair. We are happy to have you here. We have 6 amazing institutions, experts to talk about their college or university. They cannot see or hear you. So this part's important. They cannot hear or see you. So if you have a question for any of our panelists at any time, you can hit the Q&A button that's either at the top or bottom of your screen. That Q&A button will be your way to ask a question to one of our panelists or to all of them. Just make sure that you specify, and they'll be able to answer this during the 45-minute session. They have a lot of information to tell you in such a short period of time, so pay attention to the chats. They will be throwing very important information, specifically a way to contact them or who to contact. And with that, we kind of want to get started since we are crunched for so much, information in such a short period of time. And we are going to kick it off with Vanderbilt University.
Great, thank you. I'm just going to share some slides. Okay, awesome. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you again for stopping by today to learn more about our institutions. And I'm here to be able to share more about Vanderbilt. My name is Philip Marabito. I am an Assistant Director of Admission in the Office of Undergraduate Admissions at Vanderbilt. And to get us started, just to give you a sense a little bit about who we are as an institution, you'll see this shot of campus, I think, gives you a good overview of what campus looks like. It's a very park-like setting. It's a very traditional campus, all very kind of compact in terms of residential buildings and academic buildings, all very much together within the city of Nashville. And I'll talk a little bit more about Nashville in a moment, but I wanted to give you this moment just to get a sense of what campus looks like to start off. So you can see kind of how navigating campus would be if you come to visit us or if you enroll with us as a Vanderbilt student. To give you a sense overall of who we are, we're about 7,000 undergraduate students. We have about 6,500 graduate students. So when you add that all together, it's about 13,000 students total at Vanderbilt. You'll find that I think that mid-sized institution is going to be a really great fit for a lot of students who are looking to build those meaningful relationships with their faculty and their peers, while at the same time really feel like you can meet new folks and hear different perspectives from all around the world right on campus. And I think that's something that's important to note. You'll see around 44% of our students identify as domestic students of color. You'll also see about geographic diversity in addition to racial and ethnic diversity. So our students are coming from 49 different states. Around 10% are coming from international backgrounds, they're coming from different countries. So really coming from all over the world to study at Vanderbilt, which I think is really great to be able to be a part of a campus community that's coming from all sorts of different backgrounds. We have 10 colleges and schools. I'll talk more about the 4 undergraduate colleges in just a moment. We have 70 major fields of study at Vanderbilt as well. So there's lots of good tools on our website you can use to explore different majors. You'll also see over 470 student organizations on campus. Being that residential community and especially that very traditional campus setup, there's always something going on. There's always something to be involved in. And always something to really be engaging with on campus. I think student organizations are very much a role in that, and there's a great balance that Vanderbilt has in terms of commitment to academics, but also commitment to learning outside of the classroom. We also have a 3-to-1 squirrel to student ratio. Just a fun fact about Vanderbilt that came out of some graduate student research that gives you a sense of kind of our campus in that very park-like setting. You'll see definitely not only do our students enjoy campus, but squirrels do too. The 4 undergraduate colleges to mention, the College of Arts and Science is going to be our largest school. You'll see about 4,000 students there. Over 40 of our majors are located there. You'll apply into the College of Arts and Science and have until your sophomore year to declare your major. So a good opportunity there if you are interested in exploring those liberal arts backgrounds, getting that well-rounded type of experience, while at the same time having that time to really decide for yourself what you ultimately want to major in. A similar setup in the School of Engineering. Our students in the School of Engineering can pick from 8 different engineering disciplines. You can try out 3 in your first year. So you can pick your top ones there, really get a sense of what they're about and make that decision in terms of what type of engineering you want to do. So I think another good option, and you'll have until, as I mentioned, the end of your first year to declare your major within the School of Engineering. The Blair School of Music is our smallest school, but definitely a great place for students who are interested in studying music, whether that's performance or composition, instrumental, vocal, kind of a wide variety of music options there. We offer conservatory style music learning within the Blair School, and at the same time, as part of a larger university with resources beyond just music. So I think that's the benefit of being at Vanderbilt and studying music. There is an audition process, so you would come in and audition with us as well. So something to keep in mind for the Blair School. The Peabody College of Education and Human Development is home to teacher education programs as well as human development majors. So all sorts of different programs that are great there for different students. You will pick your major within Peabody when you apply to Vanderbilt, so something to keep in mind as well. As I mentioned, we're that mid-sized institution, so there's great opportunities for student and faculty interaction. So 8-to-1 student to faculty ratio is what you'll find on campus. Your professors will want to get to know you and you'll engage with them both in and out of the classroom. Also, over 60% of our students are doing some sort of research before they graduate. We are a premier research university and our students are doing really innovative research that is going to change the world in many different ways. And I think that's a great testament to the faculty relationships that our students build so that they have those opportunities. The Immersion Vanderbilt experience is a requirement actually to graduate. You will have that experiential learning component of your education really at different points throughout your experience, but immersion provides a moment for you to actually do a specific project. So a great way to do a faculty advised, individualized project that you can do in your time at Vanderbilt will actually show up on your transcript. So something we guarantee for every student. The city of Nashville is a great place to spend 4 years. Our campus is located in the West End, so we are not too far from downtown. Again, very traditional campus setup, and you can walk off campus in any direction and be in the city of Nashville. So all sorts of different places to explore, from music venues to go to live music events, to go to restaurants and shops with your friends, all sorts of things to do. Could do a whole presentation just on Nashville, but I know we also have limited time today. So I'll give you that little bit to chew on. To wrap up with need-based financial aid, you'll see that Vanderbilt makes 3 big commitments. The first is that we are need blind for US citizens and eligible non-citizens. So we could say that your ability to pay tuition is not important to your admission decision. We also commit to meeting 100% of demonstrated need all 4 years, and we do not include loans in the financial aid package. So looks different for every student. I would recommend the net price calculator on our website to get a better sense of your individual financial fit with Vanderbilt. So to find out more about us, you can head to our social media pages and also head to our website, admissions.vanderbilt.edu. We'll give you a really great sense of all the different opportunities that are available and different ways that you can engage with our office and with Vanderbilt overall. But I'm going to leave it at that. I'm happy to take your questions in the chat. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you. Next up, we have University of California, Berkeley.
Okay, everybody. I hope that you can all see my screen. Hi, my name is Stephanie Paris. I use she, her pronouns. I'm an assistant director in the Office of Undergraduate Admissions at UC Berkeley, and I'm really excited to be able to show you why Berkeley might be the choice, the perfect choice for you. So we'll just go ahead and jump right into it. For those of you who might not know, Berkeley is the flagship campus for the University of California system, which includes 9 different undergraduate campuses located throughout the state, which vary in location, size, academic program offerings, and student communities. One really important commonality, though, is that we all use the UC application for admissions. And the difference between applying to one or more of our campuses is just the click of a button. So we do really encourage you to explore all of our sister campuses if you're thinking about applying to Berkeley or one of our other campuses. But UC Berkeley specifically is located in Northern California in the San Francisco Bay Area. And the campus's central location really allows students to take full advantage of the Bay Area's really rich culture and history. And so speaking of students, our students are a key part of why Berkeley is considered among the top public institutions in the world. Their innovation, their passion for public service, and their academic success are really the story of Berkeley. And we really pride ourselves on the work that we're doing to increase and maintain the diversity that we have on our campus. So these are just kind of some fast facts to kind of get a feel of what our student body looks like. We actually just admitted the most diverse class in over 30 years for fall 2021, but our campus is one of the bigger UC campuses. We have over 30,000 undergraduate students and more than 11,000 graduate students on our campus. And our students come from all 50 US states, plus US territories, and approximately 90 countries all over the world, which creates a really global and diverse student community. So we'll get started to talking about athletics. So at Berkeley, we have more than 150 different undergraduate academic programs with a student to faculty ratio of 18:1. That ratio results in approximately 70% of your courses being 30 students or less. So you'll have plenty of access to faculty despite our really large size. Our undergraduate programs are divided into 5 colleges in one school, and those are going to be the College of Letters and Science, the College of Engineering, the College of Chemistry, College of Environmental Design, College of Natural Resources, and then our Berkeley Haas School of Business. And while we can't really go into super deep depth on any of these particular colleges right now, given our limited time, you can visit guide.berkeley.edu to really explore our broad range of academic programs that we offer. And I'll drop that in the chat a little bit later. So some other ways that students really get involved and start to discover what they're interested in is through their research. We're a premier and world-renowned research institution, and we offer a really broad range of research opportunities for our students. So one is our undergraduate research apprenticeship program, or URAP, where students can learn how to conduct research by working with faculty and staff mentors every semester as early as their freshman year. Another great example is our STEM Excellence Through Equity and Diversity, or SEED Scholars Program, which is an honors program focused on supporting and inspiring a diverse range of undergraduates majoring in all areas of STEM in their research. Another really great way that students take control of their educational experience is through decal courses. And those are courses that are created and facilitated by Berkeley students. So we have more than 150 decal courses taught every semester, and those are really innovative courses: history of hip hop, mythology of J.R.R. Tolkien, intro to neuroscience, things like that. So anything from Harry Potter to the housing crisis, as we like to say about the decal courses. We do really want to ensure that we support our students in every component of their experience at Berkeley. We want our students to thrive and be able to be themselves. So we have academic resource centers available, like our Student Learning Center, academic service centers in our residence halls and libraries that offer tutoring, tech support, and other resources. We also have resources for students from a variety of different backgrounds, like our Educational Opportunity Program, Undocumented Student Program, the Bridges Multicultural Center, and the Gender Equity Resource Center. Students make connection in a variety of different ways on our campus, starting with Golden Bear orientation and the residence hall experience. Housing Res Life offers a variety of activities, including themed housing programs, which are residential communities where students who have similar backgrounds or interests can get together and form community. We have more than 1,200 different clubs and student-run organizations that our campus offers. So whether your interest is in service, Greek life, culture and religion, politics, academic or professional, there is a student organization out there for you. It's very easy to create one as well. Athletically, we offer more than 34 different club sports that compete nationally, as well as intramural sports. And for those of you who might refer to UC Berkeley as Cal, you more than likely know that Berkeley also has a very strong NCAA Division I athletics program. We're in the Pac-12 conference and offer 28 different varsity sports. So one of the last things that I'll just talk about is Berkeley's commitment to leadership, engagement, and activism. That really dates back to our being the origin of the free speech movement, which started on our campus in 1964 and sparked our students' continued challenging of the status quo. Students engage in leadership in a variety of different ways on our campus, ranging from the Associated Students of the University of California, or ASUC, which is one of the only autonomous student government organizations in the country, to programs offered through our Public Service Center, from mentoring youth in reading, interning in Washington, D.C., or going on service-oriented alternative spring break programs. So these are just 5 quick things to know about our admissions process. And you can apply these to any of the UCs, the University of California campuses that you're interested in applying it to. One is that we use a holistic review process. We look at all achievements, academic and non-academic, and we don't rate any one thing higher than another. Berkeley's test free for 2022. What that means is we're not using general SAT or ACT scores in our admissions or scholarship consideration. There's only one application in use for all 9 UC campuses. So you only have to fill out the application one time and then select where you want to send it. We don't utilize letters of recommendation for the UC admissions process. And then we also have something called personal insight questions. And that's really our version of an interview, except it's on paper. So it's our written part is more of an interview on paper than it is an essay. So thanks so much for taking the time to learn a little bit more about UC Berkeley. I'll drop some links in the chat. You can sign up for our email list and also register for some of our upcoming virtual events. Thanks very much. Go Bears.
All right, thank you. Next up, we have Salve Regina University.
Hi, everybody. My name is Nick Albanese with Salve Regina University, located in the beautiful Ocean State, Rhode Island. Salve Regina means Hail Holy Queen in Latin, and it comes from a Catholic prayer that the Sisters of Mercy who founded us were very fond of. The Sisters are an international group of nuns who share progressive human rights focused values like earth and environmental justice, immigration reform, nonviolence as a baseline for behavior, anti-racism, and promoting women's rights. And they do things like promoting these values through the United Nations at a global level. And in our campus, we pick one of these themes each year. So this year, the theme is nonviolence to incorporate that into our curriculum. The Sisters created our mission statement, and it's one of my favorite things about Salve. The very first line that these nuns chose to write years ago was, "As a community that welcomes people of all beliefs." So we respect our Catholic heritage and values, but it's really important to the Sisters and to our community that we embrace a different diversity of backgrounds and beliefs from the gamut, or that ranges the gamut. And the goal of a Salve education is to empower students to feel like they can make a difference in the lives of others, or as we say in the last line of our mission statement, to make the world a little bit more just, harmonious, and merciful. So of course, it all starts with excellent academics. We have just over 60 undergraduate majors. We have several accelerated graduate programs, including some new 3-2 or 3-3 options in engineering and pharmacy. Some of our most popular majors include any form of business, administration of justice, chemistry, biology, psychology, and of course, our direct entry nursing program, where we guarantee the clinical, so students will finish in 4 years. And in addition to the popular majors, we also have some unique majors that I want to highlight. We have a Bachelor of Arts in Dance to go along with our visual and performing arts programs. And we have a scholarship up to $6,000 that students can stack on top of their merit package for any visual and performing arts. And we have a very unique major called Cultural and Historic Preservation, where students study the built environment and the cultural landscape, and they learn how to restore, protect, advocate for historic objects, buildings, and even entire neighborhoods. And it makes sense that we have such an emphasis on history and historic preservation because we are located in one of the best kept historic neighborhoods in New England. We're in the Bellevue Avenue Historic District, sometimes called the Mansion District of Newport, Rhode Island. So we're right on the ocean, on the cliffs. We have 80 acres, 50 buildings. About half of them date back to the 1800s, and it's a collection of estates, so mansions, barns, stables, carriage houses that we've adaptively reused for the residence halls and the classrooms, in addition to modern buildings blended in. We're the only level 2 arboretum in the state, and we have an open campus. So students feel very comfortable getting out into the community and not just being surrounded by other 19-year-olds in college, but really being part of the city of Newport. We have students from all over the country and the world coming to campus. And the majority of our students are not from Rhode Island. So you won't be the only student from the Northwest on campus. But there are so many things to do on campus. We have over 20 Division III varsity sports. We're well known, of course, for our sailing program, being in one of the sailing capitals of the world. We have very competitive ice hockey, rugby, which is a club sport, so anybody can join. Over 60 student-led organizations, and new this year, we have a number of affinity groups. So we have our female empowerment organization. That's our multicultural club there at the top right, the Black Student Union. We have the Pell Center for International Relations and Public Policy, which is a think tank founded by Senator Claiborne Pell through an act of Congress. And the Pell Center brings in thought leaders of our generation from all over the world right to our campus, folks like the Dalai Lama, Dr. Jill Biden, Dr. Cornel West, and our students can feel inspired by those conversations that we have through the Pell Center. There's always things to do on campus. All of our students are participating in community service, usually right in our backyard on the island. And in terms of, who's a typical Salve student with our admissions profile, most students kind of fall between a B+ average and an A- GPA. A quarter of our students are around a 4.0 and a quarter are below a 3.2. So it's very much an all boats rise kind of academic environment. It's rigorous, but students care much more about learning than always needing to be at the top of the class. We are test optional for all of our majors, including nursing, and we're a member of the Common Application, so it's relatively simple to apply. And I'll actually waive that application fee for you if you pop me a message in the chat, or feel free to reach out to me after this presentation. I'll have my contact information. Students can apply to Salve in November, January, or February of their senior year. And the biggest difference is if you apply in November, we're typically not seeing your senior grades. And if you apply in January or February, we will. Nursing majors do need to apply by November 1, and students that want to take advantage of that additional visual and performing arts scholarship should apply by January 5. Nearly all of our students have merit scholarships. They range from $14,000 to $27,000 off the total cost of tuition. And then we have some additional scholarships like that visual and performing arts, as well as our Eckerd Scholarship that can bring the financial aid all the way up to covering full tuition for our students. Check out salve.edu/visit if you want to check out on-campus events like our tours, our open houses that are coming up on October 17th or November 7th, as well as virtual informations and workshops. And if you can't make it to campus, this time of the year, if you're admitted, we actually have a flight reimbursement program, and I'd be happy to share more information about that with you as well. Feel free to scan that QR code if you want my information, but I'll also put it in the chat in a bit. But thanks so much for listening to me, and I'll turn it over to our next presenter.
All right, thank you so much. Next up, we have Eckerd College.
Hi, I will share my screen. All right, so my name is Philippa Roberts. I am admissions counselor for students in the Seattle area. We are Eckerd College. We're located in St. Petersburg, Florida, so just south of Tampa. We are a small private liberal arts and sciences, so we have just shy of 2,000 students on a campus of just over 180 acres. And for the purpose of this presentation, I'll go some of the unique features of our campus. One of those is our autumn term experience. To fully understand that, though, there are two features that you want to understand first. First is our geographic reach. So the first is that students are coming from truly all across the country, with 80% being out of state, and that we are still, on average, our students are traveling over 1,000 miles. So as you can see, it truly is all across the country. And typically we're only bringing in one kid from each school. So our students are coming from really far away and don't know anyone else on campus when they first get here. It's also important to understand our academic calendar. So we have a 4-1-4 calendar where our students take 4 classes in the fall, 4 in the spring, and then 1 class for a short-term requirement that our sophomore through seniors complete with our January for our where they take 1 class for 3 weeks, but our first years complete that with our autumn term. And so they arrive on campus 3 weeks before the fall semester starts. And there are 2 components to it. First is an academic. That's where they're completing their short-term requirement. They're in class Monday through Friday from 9 to 12. And then in the afternoon, they're doing orientation type activities where they're really getting to know the campus and getting to know one another. And so this is really to help ease that transition from high school to college, and really getting to know one another and getting to know that campus. We are a large campus. We have over 180 acres for being a small school. It's really to also make sure they understand what resources are available to them. So they meet with all the different departments on campus and getting to know one another, getting to know Florida climate. It's very different to the rest of the country, very different to Seattle. And so while Seattle's really far away, that's also the experience from the majority of our students. They are coming from really far away. Here are some examples, some of the classes students take during that time. While it seems a little bit like fun ideas of classes, they are still full academic courses. Personal mentors also a unique thing for us. Our students are definitely getting the idea that our advisors are not just teachers, not just advisors, but they're personal mentors to really assist with your whole 4 years at Eckerd beyond just the classroom, but really setting them up for their internships, research, all different ideas. Our different areas of study, we are truly liberal arts. There's a wide variety of different options available to our students. But our biggest programs, number 1 is our marine science. So we are one of the top programs in the country, and it's what most of students are coming to Eckerd for, but also our animal studies, our environmental studies, our international business, and our creative writing are some of our other really big programs as well. Study abroad is another great program here at Eckerd. We have a wide variety of different options for students. About 75% of our students are studying abroad. We have a goal that we'd love to see close to 100% of our students doing that. And this is widely popular because there are wide different options for students. So they can do a full semester, but we're also #2 in the nation for short-term study abroad. So a lot of students are doing it during our winter term, which is where they do it for that one class in January, as well as alternative spring break trips. So we have partnerships with over 300 different universities for them to do it for the full semester as well. So a lot of options for students to study abroad. And then on campus life, we also have a lot of unique features for that, 2 of which you'll see in this photo. We are the pet friendliest college in America, so students can bring their pets to campus. You will notice the dog in the photo. So as long as it is 45 pounds and under and not classified as an exotic animal, students can bring their pets to campus. And then you'll also notice the beach. We do have our own private beach on campus. Wi-Fi extends out to there so students can get their homework done on the beach. They'll do like sunset yoga down by the beach. So definitely the big part of our campus life. And then our waterfront experience that has 3 components to it. The first is academic. Students in our marine science and environmental studies classes will go out and take boats out into the bay, collect samples, bring that back into the labs and be working on that all in one class period due to our location right on the water. And then recreational, so students for free can take out kayaks, paddleboards, canoes. They can go water skiing, wakeboarding, a wide variety of water sport activities, all for free as a student. And then we have a service component. So we have an organization called Eckerd College Search and Rescue, where students work alongside the Coast Guard with any collegiate organization in the country that works with the Coast Guard. And they're fully trained to respond to emergency calls out in the bay. And in a given academic year, they'll respond to about 500 to 700 calls. Is our campus, all the circles are the different residential options. So majority of them are right down by the water. 3 sides of campus surrounded by water. And then application details. So we are on the Common App as well as having our own application. All we need is your official high school transcripts. Our average GPA is 3.5 unweighted. We will add weight for AP and IB coursework. We have gone test optional for both 2022 and 2023. We just got that approved. Average SAT is 1200, ACT 26. And then we just need 1 letter recommendation from an academic source, so either a teacher or a counselor, and then the personal essay. And then 2 timelines, early action, which is if you get all materials in by November 15th, guaranteed a decision by December 15th. And then after that, we go into rolling admission. So within 3 to 5 weeks of your application being complete, you'll receive your decision. And I think I'm running out of time. But all students who apply are automatically considered for our merit-based aid that range from $10,000 to $22,000. And that is determined by your GPA while we are test optional. Then we have some additional scholarships. If you check out our website, you can see more information on that. And then definitely check out the College of the Change Life's book to get more information on Eckerd and some other really great schools. But we do like to highlight Eckerd College might seem like the perfect spot for an easy college career. 4 years marked by sun, surf, and sand. But if you're looking for a vacation, you should enroll elsewhere. Obviously, I spoke about beaches and the waterfront, and that's definitely a large part of our students' life. But the academics are just as crucial. So we want to make sure that students aren't being set up for failure when choosing to apply to Eckerd.
All right, thank you so much. Next up, we have University of British Columbia.
Thank you very much. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Emma. I use she, her, hers pronouns, and I'm an associate recruiter and advisor at the University of British Columbia. Today, I'll be sharing with you a little bit more about UBC in terms of our academic excellence, 2 stunning campuses, and opportunities for student involvement so that you can start to determine if UBC might be the right fit for you. UBC is a public research university in Canada, and out of over 25,000 universities worldwide, we are consistently ranked among the top 40 research universities in the world and one of the top 3 universities in Canada. Now, as a student, this means that your professors are also leading researchers in their fields, and they're conducting cutting-edge research on both of our campuses, which you have the opportunity to be involved in. UBC has also been ranked as the most international university in North America, with over 18,000 international students coming from 166 different countries across our 2 campuses. So this means that you'll have not only the opportunity to learn from our amazing professors, but also your peers, and you'll graduate from UBC with a truly global perspective. As mentioned, we have 2 campuses, UBC's Vancouver campus in the city of Vancouver and UBC's Okanagan campus in the city of Kelowna, which is located in the larger Okanagan Valley region. The 2 campuses are about 4 hours drive or 1 hour flight apart, so you'll apply to and take all of your classes at one campus or the other. Regardless of which campus you attend, you'll be graduating with the same highly regarded and recognized UBC degree. Our Vancouver campus in the city of Vancouver is home to about 46,000 undergraduate students. So this is a large university campus. Vancouver is a vibrant multicultural city located on the Pacific Ocean and surrounded by picturesque mountains. The campus is about 20 minutes from the city center and is located on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Musqueam people. This is a self-contained campus and community with state-of-the-art facilities, sports fields, museums, restaurants, and theaters. So there's always something to keep you busy on campus and certainly in the city as well. Now, maybe you prefer a mid-sized campus, and if so, UBC's Okanagan campus in the city of Kelowna may be a good option for you. Kelowna is a mid-sized city in the interior of BC. It's a very young and fast-growing city, and it's home to a thriving tech industry. Situated within the territory of the Syilx Okanagan Nation, UBC's Okanagan campus is home to about 10,000 undergraduate students. And this campus is known for small class sizes, unique campus city partnerships, and more than 1,000 research projects currently underway, which makes it really easy to plug into a close-knit campus community. But of course, a university is more than its location, and UBC has so many opportunities for you to take advantage of. You'll be encouraged to expand your horizons and find your path at UBC, and there are a lot of different ways to do this. So I encourage each of you to explore more of these on our website. One that I'll highlight is our cooperative education program, which is an option for students in nearly all of our undergraduate programs. Co-op is the opportunity to take what you're learning in the classroom and your research labs and apply that in the real world through full-time paid internships. Now, thousands of students participate in the co-op program each year, and we partner with companies such as Adidas, Electronic Arts, Microsoft, Disney, and Lululemon, just to name a few. This really helps with kickstarting your career. In fact, about 90% of UBC students who participate in co-op receive a job offer within a month of graduation. In terms of academics, we offer over 260 undergraduate majors. We have degrees in fields such as the liberal arts, business, and STEM. And we also have some very unique and specialized programs such as applied biology, kinesiology, forestry, and many more. So I encourage you to also visit our website to explore the programs offered and see what looks interesting to you. So if you think that UBC is the right fit for you, you'll want to start your application in October, which you can find on our website, you.ubc.ca. First, you'll choose your program and campus and check the admissions requirements for that program. And our deadline to apply will be January 15th. After you apply, you'll be able to upload your transcripts and other required documents until March 15th. UBC admission is both comparative and competitive. Your application will be evaluated on a combination of your academic performance and your personal profile. That personal profile is a chance for you to tell the university what you're most proud of, what's important to you, and what you've learned from your experiences. A few programs might also ask for a portfolio or a supplemental application. And finally, UBC also looks at the breadth, relevancy, and rigor of the courses that you've been taking in high school. So courses such as IBs, APs, honors, and college level courses will be taken into consideration. Thank you for learning a little bit more about UBC, and I encourage you to visit our website, as it has all of the information I covered today, as well as further details about requirements, tuition, and scholarships. And thank you again, and we look forward to answering your questions in the chat.
All right, thank you so much. Next up, we have Seton Hall University.
Great, thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Lisa Hansen. I represent Seton Hall University, which is located, now we're going back to the East Coast. So we are now going to South Orange, New Jersey. So Seton Hall is located, if you're not familiar with us, just outside of New York City. We're very conveniently located only 14 miles from Manhattan, and it's only a quick 30-minute commute into the city from our campus. So the train station is only a quick 10-minute walk away. You can hop on the subway and be in Manhattan in 30 minutes. A lot of people love our location for that reason, because we do offer the best of both worlds. For those students that don't want to live right in the urban environment of New York City, they live in a nice suburban village with New York City in their backyard. We're also only 20 minutes from the Newark airport. So this is where a lot of our students and their families will fly into when visiting us. But of course, we're also very accessible to JFK and LaGuardia as well. We are considered also a mid-sized university. So we have just over 6,000 undergraduate students, 4,000 graduate students. For our size, a very diverse university campus, 45% diversity rate. And of course, 14-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So your faculty is not only going to be teachers for you, they are also mentors to our students, and the students get to know them very well throughout their educational time with us. We have all these different schools and colleges that are listed on the right-hand side of this slide. Of these, I can say some of those that are most popular among our students coming from the West Coast include our School of Communication and Arts, given our proximity to New York City, which we have a lot of students doing various internships and getting careers with major TV networks, radio stations, even on Broadway. We also have a great School of Education and Human Services. Direct entry nursing, oldest nursing school in the state of New Jersey, so a great reputation and reputation as well. We have a School of Diplomacy and International Relations, which has an exclusive alliance with the United Nations of America. So many of our students in this program will do internships with the United Nations. They can also study for a semester in Washington, D.C., and intern at the White House. Also internships with the FBI, the CIA, the Secret Service, and many private sector organizations and folks as well. Our Stillman School of Business boasts a #1 ranked business leadership program. We also have many other health and medical sciences offered, and a School of Law that is ranked number 16 in the country. So these are some of our numbers that we'd like to share with you. We are ranked #1 for business leadership for the past 5 years in a row. This has led to our Leadership Institute forming, which offers leadership programs for all of our students in all various majors across the campus. We are also ranked #4 in the country for internship opportunities. So in essence, over 80% of our students will complete between 3 to 5 internships before graduating from Seton Hall. We're also among the top 25 universities in the nation with the highest paid graduates, mid-career earnings 50% higher than the national average. I mentioned our law school earlier, great law school options, as well as many others for dual degree programs. So one of the newer things that we have going at Seton Hall is a partnership with the Stevens Institute of Technology. We offer a 5-year program for students going into engineering. In this, within 5 years, it's a 3+2 program. They get their undergraduate degree in either chemistry or physics, and then go on to get a master's degree in engineering from the Stevens Institute, which is just in Hoboken, only a few miles away from Seton Hall. We also have dual law programs. So these are 3+3 or 6-year complete programs with Seton Hall for Seton Hall Law School. For those programs, students can study either business, political science, diplomacy and international relations, social work, or religion. We also have dual degree options in School of Health and Medical Sciences. So these include 6-year programs or 3+3 programs in physician assistant, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech and language pathology, and occupational training. And also we have a 5-year program with athletic training. We have a 4+3 or 7-year to 8-year program, depending on the curriculum, BS to MD program. So this features a very much more of a fast track program to medical school for our students. I mentioned the internships earlier. So this is just a small sampling of what our students have gone on to do internships and get career opportunities with. So of these, you'll see we have a lot of sports affiliations noted. And that means that we have a wonderful sports management program offered in our business school at Seton Hall. So they have worked with all of these various teams. I even have an alum that I know of that works with the Portland Trailblazers. We also have in our area in northern New Jersey, it is a hub for pharmaceutical companies. So many of our students will do internships and also research with these pharmaceutical companies, including Merck, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson. So they're right in our backyard as well. And we do offer internship and research opportunities as early as freshman year. Lastly, Seton Hall is known for team spirit. We love to support our Pirates. We are Division I athletics. We have 14 different Division I athletic teams. We also have over 150 different clubs and organizations on campus, as well as club sports and intramural sports. And also, don't forget, we're only 14 miles from New York City. So many of our students will frequent New York City and Philadelphia, which is only an hour away, for fun and cultural activities, going to Broadway shows at a very reduced rate, etc. So there's a lot happening at Seton Hall. Here is my information in case you'd like to get in touch with me for more information about Seton Hall, and I look forward to getting to know you. Thanks so much for coming to visit us today.
All right, thank you. So if I could have all of the panelists back on their screens on, we're going to go in the same order that they presented, and they're going to answer this very important question. What is a piece of advice you would give folks going through the college search process? And we're starting with Vanderbilt University.
Great, thank you. I think my piece of advice would be know that there's a lot of folks on our campuses that are interested in sharing more about the work that we do. So admissions offices are great. Admissions officers are more than happy to interact with you, but also know that professors, students, other folks on campus are also wanting to engage. So feel free to reach out to a variety of different folks to get a variety of different perspectives, and hopefully that can inform the best college fit for you.
I forgot that I was second. Sorry about that. Hey, everybody. I think I have two pieces of advice that come to mind. One is just remember that you're amazing and don't be afraid to brag about yourself in the application. I think that that's something that sometimes students will overlook. And then my other piece is during this process, when you're applying to colleges, you're going to hear a lot of noise. You're going to hear that from your parents, from friends, from teachers, from admissions counselors like us. And all of that information and feedback that you're going to get about your essays, that's going to be valuable, but know when it's okay to tell your authentic story and know when to take feedback and when to just sort of leave it be and trust yourself in this process.
Mine's kind of just like a practical tip. I remember back in the day getting so many print pieces, and I know now you're probably getting tons of emails from colleges. So I think it really helps to have an organization system. In the past, that probably would have been folders and filing cabinets, but nowadays probably a spreadsheet. And so you can have a spreadsheet with a main tab, keep track of all the colleges you're interacting with, just put some quick notes in there. And then as you get into your senior year and you're really narrowing down your options, you can have a second tab and have way more information. You can have passwords for applications, and you can share this with your family or college folks that are giving you advice, but dates and deadlines, so that you can kind of bring some order to the chaos and make sure that you're having that balanced college list.
Definitely agree with everything everyone said. I think my biggest advice is know that this is your process and this is your college search. And so stand up for what you want and, figure out where you want to go for what you want, and don't be applying to the schools just because your friends are applying there or because your parents want you to, make sure it's where you want to go. And then especially when it comes time to choosing the school, make sure it's the right fit for you and not because just where your friends are going or where someone else is telling you it's where you should go. Make sure it's really where you want to go, because you don't want to be there for a brief period of time and realize it wasn't the right fit for you. And if that happens, that is okay. There are other processes that you can go through, but just make sure you're choosing the right choice for you and not because someone else is telling you it's where you should be going.
Mine is a little bit similar to that, but I'll expand on it. So it's prioritizing finding the right fit for you in terms of a university's culture, its values, and how students live their life at that campus. So finding somewhere where you will personally be happy and thrive in your life is going to make you so much more successful than attending university solely based on rankings or numbers. So prioritizing that fit and getting to know the university that you're applying to, whether that's through tours, whether that's through talking to admissions counselors or students, prioritizing finding where you're going to be successful in both your academics and your personal life.
I think we need Seton Hall University.
Okay. Hi, everybody again. So my piece of advice would be just make sure you get in touch with your admissions counselor as much as possible. So we can do many things for you besides giving you an application fee waiver if it's possible, but also connecting you with current students, with alumni, with faculty members to learn more about our programs, things of that nature. We can also maybe make it available for you to sit in on classrooms when you visit our campus, things like that. So make sure you stay in touch with us.
Thank you so much for your expert advice, all of our panelists. Thank you to everyone who was able to attend, students, parents, whoever is tuning in. And if you're watching this recording, thank you as well. So quick survey as soon as you leave here. It's very, very helpful. You can sign up for more sessions, the same place that you signed up for this one. And I put it in the chat. This is recorded, it's sent to everyone who signed up, or if you'd like to look at another session, you can definitely do that as well. Thank you again, and best of luck on your journey. Have a good day.